Hello, my name is Janelle Drezen, and I am the CEO, shareholder, and an attorney, a trial attorney, at the law firm Anthony Osland, Lawaji, Drezen, and Boylan, located in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And our law firm focuses on litigation and trials for businesses. Today I'm going to be speaking about the anatomy of business ownership disputes, and the title of the presentation is Knockdown Dragout Fight, the Anatomy of Business Ownership Disputes. The agenda for today's presentation will include discussing reasons for ownership disputes, some issue spotting when a dispute is in the air, common allegations that are made in these types of disputes, the kinds of claims that you can expect and need to understand and know, the importance of written agreements, remedies. We will talk about 4 real cases, rules not to forget, and consideration of alternative resolutions. Let's start off by talking about reasons for ownership disputes. Often, if it's a family-owned business, and the context in which I will be presenting today is all on private businesses, not public companies, and many private businesses happen to be family businesses, passed down from second generation to third generation to fourth generation. And statistically, it's usually by the time of the third generation, and certainly by the time of the fourth generation, that there is high level of disputes. But even with the second generation, we're seeing these kinds of disputes. And that's because the persons did not choose generally to be in business together, but their parents or grandparents or great-grandparents chose by passing the business down from generation to generation. And oftentimes siblings values can be different, their interests can be different, etc. So it's ripe for disputes. There's the insiders versus outsiders issue. That is, some of the owners are passive investors, inactive investors. They may simply just be shareholders. They may not be on the board of directors. They certainly may be where they are not employed. And then you may have those shareholders that are employed by the company. And there can be significant tension between the rights and obligations of the insiders versus the rights and the obligations of the outsider. There's oftentimes disputes over emotional issues. Again, this plays more into the family arena, family business arena, but can extend to any kind of business, certainly. A difference in values and difference in view of what equality means. Whether equality means being fair or whether equality means being equal. There's certainly, obviously, financial reasons for ownership disputes. And then there's the unforeseen reasons, perhaps death, disability, maybe even early retirement of one of the key persons. And then finally, reasons for these ownership disputes include liars, cheaters, and stealers. If you have a business partner, a business owner that is a liar, cheater, or stealer, certainly that can be ripe for litigation. Common allegations in these types of disputes, and oftentimes I refer to these disputes as business divorce, because ultimately that's generally where these cases end up, is the parties are separated, and the parties being the business owners, the shareholders, or the members if it's an LLC. But common allegations that you will hear in these disputes are squeeze out, freeze out. That is, the minority owner claims that the majority or controlling owners are squeezing them out of the business or freezing them out of the business by their actions and conduct. And this can be done in many, many different ways, but essentially not giving information, not providing similar benefits as other shareholders, not involving them perhaps in meetings or decisions, stopping any form of financial benefit that may exist, such as distributions or dividends, among many other ways. Termination. Oftentimes in these businesses, the owners are employed. And in fact, oftentimes the owners found the companies and they're the founders, and it's their source and oftentimes sole source of income to be employed by the company. If one of the owners is terminated, it's a common allegation that they've been harmed, certainly both on the employment side, but also on the shareholder side.